binomials. What method do we use when we multiply binomials? It's called what? Special type of distributive rule. Full. Alright, we use full. Okay? Once we did that, then we took a binomial and multiplied it by a trinomial. Or any polynomial. Right? And the way we solve that is we take each term in that binomial and distribute it amongst the polynomial and then combine like terms. Then we talk about special products, where if you have a sum or a difference where you have the same terms, we have a formula to plug that into. Alright, if you have a sum and a difference, we have a formula also we plug that into. Okay, that's the test. That's what the test will be over, and that'll be it. Okay? So, look at number 1 right here. It's number 1 in your book also. Alright, we've got x plus 5 plus x squared minus 3x plus 7. Okay, what is the operation in between the two polynomials? Addition, right? If the operation is addition, we can just drop the parentheses. So this becomes x plus 5 plus x squared minus 3x plus 7. There's a pencil right there. Alright? Do we have like terms? What's the highest exponent? X squared. Okay? Is there another x squared? No, so we just say x squared. Then what? We have x's. We've got an x here, a minus 3x here. What does that become? Negative 2x. So those are gone, we got negative 2x. We got a 5 and a 7. What does that become? Almost 12. Then becomes 12, so plus 12. That's your answer. X squared minus 2x plus 12. So you can copy that down. Questions on number 1. Essentially, all we did was we noticed that the operation was addition. We dropped the parentheses and then we combined like terms. That's all we did. Alright, number 2. We have two trinomials. We're trying to combine, we're subtracting them. Right? What's the operation in between the polynomials? We have a subtraction. Okay, the first thing we have to do, I'm going to take this negative 1, because essentially this is a negative 1, right? And I'm going to distribute that negative to every term over here. What is a net? When you multiply negative 1 by any term, what does it do? Changes the sign. That's all it does, right? So this becomes positive, and now we're going to drop these parentheses. So this one stays the same. 7m minus 8n squared plus 3n. Over here, this becomes plus 4n squared minus 4m plus 3n. Okay? Do what? Oh, it should be negative 2. Or positive 2n squared. I don't know. I square it is. Combine like terms. We have an n squared here, an n squared here. Negative 8 plus 2 is what? Negative 6, right? Well, we've got negative 6 n squared. Those are gone. Now, if you have just an m and just an n, it doesn't really matter which one comes first, but we'll do n first since we have an n squared. Okay? And then we'll do m last. So we've got a 3m here, a 3n here, and a 3n here. What does that become? 6n. So plus 6n. Those are gone. And we've got a 7m and a minus 4m. What does that become? 3 plus 3m. Those are gone. That's it. Questions on 1 or 2? All right, look at number 3. All right, number 3 is a word problem. Okay, if you look in your book, 5 on page 535, it says Antonia is carpeting 2 of the rooms in her house. The dimensions are shown. Which expression represents the total area to be carpeted? Well, we've got 2 rooms. Here's the 2 rooms. Here's the first room. Here's the second room. How do we find area of a rectangle? Length times width. Well, here's the length. Here's the width. We got to multiply them together. So the area for this first one would be this x times x plus 3. Well, what do we do here? We just distribute. This x times x becomes x squared. X times 3 becomes 3x. So there's the area of the first room right here. X squared plus 3x. Okay, do the same thing down here. Here's the length, here's the width. So the area is x plus 5 times x minus 2. Well, we have 2 binomials. What do we know about how we solve, how we multiply 2 binomials? We pull it out. The first term is x times x. That becomes x squared. The outer terms, x times negative 2. That's negative 2x. Okay? The inner terms, 5 times x becomes plus 5x. And the last terms, 5 times negative 2 is negative 10. Do we have like terms?
Yes.
We do. Our middle 2 terms are like terms. Negative 2 plus 5 equals what?
3x.
Plus 3x minus 10. Now, that's part of the problem, but we've got to solve for the total area. If I want to know now how much, what the area was of the 2 rooms that they had to carpet, what would I do? Add them together. So in the first one, we've got x squared plus 3x. With the second one, we've got x squared plus 3x minus 10. Well, x squared and x squared becomes 2x squared, right? We've got 2 of them. That's gone. 3x and 3x becomes what? 6x and then minus 10. Is that an answer? Which one is it? Is that one of the answers you have to choose from? Answer is B. Okay? That's how we solve that problem. All right, if you look right there on your paper, number 4, attempt it on your own real fast. Number 4. X squared becomes 2x squared. Negative 15x minus 6x becomes negative 21x. And then plus 18. And that's your answer. All right, attempt 7 real quick. Does that make sense? Attempt 8. Caleb, what'd you get?
I'm not done with it yet.
Will, what'd you get?
40,
4B or 4? What'd you get, Belly?
4B squared.
The 10 would just cancel out. Okay, 4B squared minus 25 is what you should have got. Now, why? You have two terms, right? Both of them are the same. You have 2B minus 5, 2B plus 5. So you have a sum and a difference. If you have a sum and a difference, you can just know that if the terms are the same and these two are opposite, you take your first term, 2B, square it, subtract it from the second term, square it. Alright? So you get 2 squared is 4, B squared is B squared, and then minus 5 squared is 25. Alright? Those are the special products. 7 and 8 are two special products. Okay? Alright, the last type of problem that we have is number 12. Alright, if you look at number 12, we are solving for x. Alright? What do you think we have to do before we do anything else? We've got to distribute on both sides of the equation. We've got 3x times x is 3x squared. 3x times 2 is 6x. On the right side, 3 times x squared is 3x squared, and 3 times negative 2 is negative 6. All right, now, combine like terms. If they're on separate sides of the equation, you've got to use inverse operation. So this 3x squared we need to subtract. Well, 3x squared minus 3x squared, they just go away, 0. So we're left with 6x equals negative 6. Divide by 6, x equals negative 1. Alright? That's everything that will be on the test. Alright? I'm also going to give you, this review is a test grade. That's why you got about 20 minutes to work it out in here. This is a test grade. A lot of you in here needs this test grade. Alright, on page, I think it starts on 531. It starts on page 531. 1133 all. That's the homework, that's the review. If you can work those problems, you'll do fine on the test. Alright, tomorrow when you get in here, you'll turn this in. As soon as we get in here, that'll be a test grade. I'll give you the test. You'll take it, turn it in. Hopefully you'll be fine. Alright?